Welcome back. I'm joined by WENY-TV's political analyst, Jim Twombly. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
So last night, a heated debate between President Obama and Mitt Romney. It was a town hall kind of style where the audience got to ask questions at Hofstra University, but let's get straight to it. A lot of analysts are saying that Obama kind of turned it a little bit and he was more aggressive this time around. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. First, let me say that that's the first college I ever went to was Hofstra University.
Oh, really?
So it was very familiar turf for me. But yes, I think he did turn it around. This is very different President Obama than in the first debate. He took what his advisors told him here to be a bit more aggressive, to come out swinging, literally. And, well, not literally, he wasn't swinging at Mitt Romney, but in terms of debate style, it was far more aggressive, far more in your face to Mitt Romney than in the past, in the previous debate, when he sort of sat back and didn't really respond. Right,
definitely a difference from that first debate we saw. So I want to talk about style, Romney's style versus Obama's style. Last night, Romney, you know, he came at it saying, you'll get your chance in a moment, I'm still speaking to Obama. Well, Obama was smiling a few times, kind of like Joe Biden did in the VP debate.
Well, I mean, here's the difference. I mean, Joe Biden is a good old-style politician. The typical or stereotypical Irish Paul from the Northeast, you know, Scranton, Pennsylvania roots and all that. Right. And I think that Obama took a little bit of a lesson from what Biden did in the vice presidential debate and realized that humor, even if you're seeming to laugh at your opponent a little bit, humor can be used to thwart the attack, to blunt the sword a little bit. And I think that's what he did very effectively last night.
All right, and let's go to substance. Do you feel Romney failed to explain his policies, for example, his tax plan, or Obama? What do you feel about that?
I will say this, that I thought Governor Romney was a little bit more specific last night than he has been in the past with respect to how his tax plan actually will work. There again, I think he was listening a little bit to the criticisms that it's not specific enough. It's still not there. The math still doesn't add up. Unless he's got some magic rabbit he's going to pull out of his hat, that math doesn't add up, and that's where his weakest point is.
Romney did touch on the Benghazi issue and the act of terror, though, kind of giving a shot to Obama there.
Well, he thought he was going to have him. I mean, it was an interesting camera shot where he had this look in his eyes like, you know, the wolf had finally caught the rabbit, and Barack Obama very loyally said, just proceed, Governor, and then Candy Crowley drove it home for him and said, yeah, it is actually on the tape. He did say act of terror the day after the attack.
Right, and then going back to Obama, you know, finally brought up that 47% comment, something that Joe Biden brought up in the VP debate, but Obama failed to do in the first debate.
Well, and here, it wasn't even that Obama brought it up so much as Romney gave him the opportunity. In their closing statements, in that last question, Romney said, I want to protect 100% of Americans. Well, why do you have to say that? It's because at one point you said, I only care about 53% of Americans. So that gave Barack Obama the opportunity to bring up the 47% comment. What does Mitt Romney really say when he's behind closed doors?
Going back to something that came out to me, it was very apparent. They kept saying, that's not true, that's not true. My question to you, how is an American voter supposed to vote when they're constantly negating each other's policies? You know, you can't really see what they're trying to propose here because they keep negating each other.
I think we need to find a debate format that does a better job of instant or very rapid fact-checking. Candy Crowley provided some of that last night. Martha Raddatz did it in the vice presidential debate where she pressed the candidates on the issues. We've got to find a way to do what the networks do immediately after the debate and break down what they've said and determine whose statement is mostly true or mostly false.
All right, and there was a lot of talk about foreign policy last night, especially in Libya, the 4 Americans who died. Do you think that this fight will spill over into the next debate Monday night?
Absolutely. I mean, in terms of the strengths of the two candidates, foreign policy has to be, in this case, Barack Obama's strength. 4 years ago, it was his weakness in comparison to John McCain. But in this campaign, he's got 4 years of experience as the chief foreign policy officer of the United States. Mitt Romney has limited foreign policy experience. The third presidential debate is really going to be in Obama's wheelhouse.
Lastly, the big question, do you think last night's debate moved the dial?
I think what it did was it slowed the dial. Steve Schmidt, an analyst for MSNBC last night, said that if this Barack Obama had shown up at the first debate, Romney never would have caught up. So I think what this did is it's a little bit late, but I think it's enough to slow down Romney's momentum. Maybe not stop it, but give Obama a chance to make his case more firmly in that third debate.
All right, Jim Twomley, everybody, thank you so much.